Hello everyone and welcome to this video where I will show you how to write realistic sounding music with just a computer. So the music you just heard was part of a metal track I made a while ago, and it contained three things: a recording of an electric guitar, a virtual bass guitar and virtual drums. And in this video I would like to talk to you and show you how I go about writing virtual drums for any kind of music. This video will consist out of two parts. First I will talk in general about what's like making drums with a computer, and in the second part I will take a raw guitar recording I made in the same project and I will from scratch make a drum part for it. So you can follow as a step-by-step tutorial how I go about making drums for a specific guitar part. If you just want to see the step-by-step tutorial, you can go to this time frame. Without further ado, let's talk about drums. So first off, when you want to write drums for music, you need drum sounds. And the most important thing I want to tell you or give you is that you do not need to spend a lot of money on very expensive drum packs to make realistic sounding drums. The drums I have used in this project, they come from orchestral tools from the LA Session pack. And the drums themselves, oh no, this is another one. This is from Metropolis Arc 1. These drums, they cost about 20 euros. And they are a real recording of a drum kit. And it's the hard truth that the real recordings will always sound just a bit more realistic than computer generated ones, because they are real recorded. But that does not mean that with free drum packs, for example, the stock drum packs from whatever DAW it is you're using, FL Studio or Cubase or Ableton, you can still get to almost to the same level of realism as you can with recorded drums. Because it's more in the way you write the drums than it is what kind of drums you use. And how do you write drums that sound realistic? For this, I will use the example you just heard. This is a small part of a metal song I made with some vocals you will not be able to hear right now. Maybe one day on YouTube. Guitar tracks here, a little bass guitar which we're not going to talk about today, and the drums. Now as you can see, the way these drums are made is with MIDI notes. So every MIDI note I have here, it corresponds to a specific part of a drum kit. Of course, editor Liam will create a drum kit right here. You have a bass drum, you have snare drums, you have tom drums and cymbals, and that's basically everything you have in a drum kit. And depending on what kind of drum kit you're using, you either have a MIDI note distribution of all the instruments, so the drums, the snares, the cymbals, or you have just raw wave files, which you can put almost like this right here. Here's an example of what that looks like. Editor Liam again. But as you can see right here, I will take this little example and tell you a little bit about what it's like writing, of the way I made these drums. So an important thing is to know, what do drums do in music? They have a rhythmic purpose. They can also have a melodical purpose if you're looking at, for example, percussion from orchestral music. But in metal music, especially in this kind of metal music, the drums, they have a very rhythmic pattern. I will solo the drums for you right now. As you can hear, it's a kick drum, which is just always there, and there's stuff above it. The way you can write these drums is highly dependent on what kind of music it is you're making. If you make jazz, then, I don't know, this will be all chaotic, and the tempos will be interesting and everything. But for metal, usually you just have a kick, snare, and then some cymbals on the top. Drums, you could do with them whatever you want. Usually I use them just to give some extra power to the music. Because if you take the guitar with it, and now I play the same part without drums, you kind of lose sense of what of the rhythmic part of the music. Of course, there is rhythm in the guitar, and I've tried to incorporate this rhythm in the drums. For example, if you look at this part right here, it's clear that the drums, they really support the guitar what it's doing. The guitar is like bada 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 bum, and the drums, well, they do the exact same. So the way you can write realistic sounding drums is, the way I do it is I imagine myself sitting in front of a drum kit, a real life drum kit. If you don't know what this looks like, then I guess look up a picture and you can see it for yourself. And I think I only have 2 arms, I have 2 legs, and I don't know many people that have more than 2 legs and 2 arms. So you cannot play 6 notes at the same time. It's simply, if you want to write something that is impossible to play or only possible to play by the best drummers in the entire world, by all means go ahead. It's your music. If you want to do that, that's fine. But if you want to make it sound like it's actually possible to be played in real life. Hello there, this is editor Liam from the future. Past Liam really didn't explain this part very well, so I'm going to try to do it. As you can see right here, I have 4 snare hits. And above that, only a singular hi-hat note. These little things is what really make your drum sound realistic, or what doesn't make it sound realistic, because you can hear this part. You only have enough arms to play these 4 snare notes, and you don't have that much room left to have a lot of stuff above it. So, for example, right here as well, I have a cymbal hit, a snare hit, and then a whole bunch of toms. But when the tom roll starts, all the other notes stop. And having those little things really boost the realism. So you don't have 8,000 notes play at once. This kind of minimalism doesn't only sound just good because it doesn't clutter the entire mix, and as well as it makes it sound realistic. Hopefully that is a good explanation. And now back to past Liam. So this talk was a bit all over the place. That's simply because writing drums is very specific for what kind of music you want to make. So without further ado, let's take a guitar part, this one, and let's make some drums for it, so that you can see exactly the way I do it. Maybe that'll teach you a lot more than my ramble in the start of the video. So the guitar part we will be making, by the way, I'm going to improvise all of this. What you see right here is this was the original drum I had for this part. I just took it away because I really want to try improvising for you so you can see exactly what it is I do. Now this might take a long time, it might not, we'll see. But first, the part we're gonna write music for is this. Alright, so what you see right here, these are vocals. I will not show you this video. I will release this entire song soon on YouTube, just a short shameless style promotion. It's Dutch heavy metal. But back to the drums. So, the way this guitar works is it's like da 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 da. So what I want is, well, let's think about this. What is the first thing you do when you don't know what to do when write drums? You make a kick drum. Just bam, 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 bam. I have a MIDI keyboard in front of me right here where I can play notes. I will not use this. I will just draw it so most people can follow me. So we have this now. That's a good, fun start, but that's not really what I want. I want more spice in this. So what I really want is the thing I showed you earlier, the bada 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 bum. So why not do that? Bum, 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 bum. This is the same note right here. So for convenience of visibility, I will do this. Yeah, I like that here. The bada 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 bum. Yes, and then that repeats itself. This is a bit loud. Let's just solo the drums. Bam, bam, bada 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 bum. That's the pattern I really want to make right here. So let's copy this. Now we have something that sounds a bit like this. That sounds like a double kick. You know what that is? Where you have two pedals, so you can use both legs on the drums. So you can go ba 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 on the bass drum. That's what I want. Now, of course, we need snares. Because in my opinion, snares, they make or break your metal song. They can have so much power if you use them well. So I want one here and there. So you have bum, 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 bum. Yes. Nope, that's the wrong place. Right there. So like this. Yep, I like that. As I said, this is simply improvising. If I really take my time, I can probably come up with something better. But this is just for the sake of demonstration. So we have the kick and with the snare. Da 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 da. Yeah, because I want more power. I want to have this evolve a bit. Also, by the way, these snares are very loud. That's fine. They can be loud. They have more power and they're loud. Okay, I like that. And then it simply repeats itself. Or no, what does the guitar do? Because, of course, this is drums for a guitar. So let's hear and see what the guitar does after this. Okay, so the exact same thing. That's kind of an anticlimax. I heard that there wasn't really enough going on right here. So maybe a couple more kick drums just in the middle, because it sounded a bit empty. And also, I think we need more snares here. So like this. That's better. That's a lot better. Let me repeat that the exact, well, just we'll copy what we make here. This way, it'll sound a bit more alive. Alright, so as we can see, just by listening and feeling what was wrong with this part, there's now a repeating snare pattern. And I think that's great. Now, of course, what's better in metal music than just smashing a hi-hat? So this thing. We're gonna make a lot of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we're gonna make. So this. That works. Just, it's that easy. No, I'm sorry. Just, yeah. In my opinion, if you really want to easily make a lot of power, you want to generate a lot of energy with drums, just have one part smashing a cymbal somewhere. Cymbals are the large metal discs, and they have quite a high frequency. And if you just smash them repeatedly, you get something that sounds like that. But here we go again. Here we have a snare roll, which is quite a lot of these things at the same time. And I am pretty sure most people can play 2 hi-hat notes while they're doing a roll. But I can't, so I won't. I will do this. This is a very, very niche little change. Of course, you probably think, what does it matter? But having the final hi-hat not play here makes it feel like you need the arms. You need your arms to actually play the snare. So I think, in my opinion, this just doing these little things is what make drums sound realistic and what make them not sound realistic. Because yeah, if I did something like this, right now this is not realistic. Because I need my arms for these two. And I don't have arms left for this. Of course, you can, in theory, play the snare with one arm and then you hi-hat with another. But just by doing this, also, it doesn't clutter up the entire frequency spectrum. You don't want to have too many drums, of course. That's a bad idea. So now, this here is a build-up to the final part I already made. And now I want the drums in the low frequency, so the kick, to just repeat itself. And then have another cymbal being smashed. So this one, I like that one. Why not? But this I will not play as frequently, only like this, so half the frequency. So it goes because this, by the sound of it, this is a bigger cymbal, so you will not hit it as many times. I just don't want it to sound like that. This is what I want. Let's hear it. Okay, so this sounds a bit boring, so. Maybe like that. Maybe that sounds a bit better. And now I want this to have a double hit because it sounds boring again. And I don't want a snare roll right here. I want a tom roll because I like the idea of that. So I have one snare here and then I want this to have a double hit because that sounds fun. There we go. And then have it go down. That. Oh, that sounds... Okay, interesting. Let's make this very hard to play. So we have the kick drum in the low end and we have the 4 tom drums in front of us where we go like... Because I want. I like the idea of that. Maybe we can have... No, we're not gonna have a snare there. So it will sound like this now. Okay, this is not this is not necessary. That's a bit better. Okay, and now we are almost done. I think the final part is just doing the same thing again and then going to an end. So for the sake of length, because I have no idea how long I've been busy, probably way too long, I will just do this. For the sake of time, I'm sorry. Of course, you can make some more variations here if you want. Let's just do that very quickly. Have these be a real hi-hat, but just very fast. Oh, yeah, this is the final part of the song. So we go. Have this right above it. And here, I will have the kick be less frequent and just the snare go absolutely ham. So, this. And then done. And then there's a final symbol in the end. For good measure, where is it? That one. No. That one, yeah. And then also another one. You have enough arms to do... And then one kick drum, just for good measure. And this is the entire drum part. I have no idea if this was in any way chaotic or not. Let's just listen to the final result we have. Alright, so this is what we made today, and just for the fun of it, I will compare this to what I made, what the original part was. So this was the original drum part. Let's hear it. Alright, so it's very similar, and I realized it sounds like I just copied this. I didn't. Yeah, you can believe me or not. So yeah, as you can see, the same quick drum pattern, and then just a bunch of cymbal action at the top, and some interesting toms right here, for good measure, and have the snare just bam, bam, to make some extra power. So this was me writing drums for a guitar part from scratch. I hope this was of some use to you, if you're able to follow it. If it was very unclear, then please let me know in the comments and I will try to have it be better next time. So yeah, this is writing drums for whatever you want digitally. Just place notes and think about, is it possible to play? And does it sound good? Because if you've made it so far into the video, thank you. Then I would like to give you the most important thought about making music, in my opinion, of all time. If it sounds good, it is. You do not have to follow any tutorial. There are no rules in music. Hans Zimmer once said, if there's a rule, you break it. No, the most important thought, in my opinion, about making music is, again, if it sounds good, it is. So if you write something and you think, yeah, this sounds fire, then it is. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So you can use this tutorial in whatever way you want. You can ignore it. You can use it. I hope it was of some use to you. And thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.